I'm Heidi Rinkus with this edition of the Western Pennsylvania Outdoor Guide. Sometimes the winter months can deter even the most avid outdoor enthusiast from pursuing his favorite activity. Today, however, we'll show you why that need not be the case. For example, you'll see how one big outdoor activity can be moved inside when we go to the Tri-State Gun and Bow Hunters Show held at the Expo Mart in Monroeville. We'll also share with you one idea on how you can experience one of the most exciting rivers in the area without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Then, for contrast, we will offer something for the more rugged types out there who actually welcome the opportunity to brave the elements when our crew goes outside for a fishing expedition and some shooting practice. So stay with us as we'll have all these stories when the Western Pennsylvania Outdoor Guide continues in a moment.
When it comes to home repairs and remodeling, how do you find the right person to do the job? The professionals at Shire General Contracting know the best advertisement is a satisfied customer.
I've been satisfied with his work, and I feel his prices are fair.
Call Tom Shire at 412-673-0926 for all your home repair and improvement needs. Specializing in roofing, siding, soffit, windows, concrete, retaining walls, porches and decks, interior and exterior painting. At Tony Romano's Affordable Karate and Weight Training Center, you can learn to be your best. Offering children and adult classes, group or private lessons from former heavyweight champion, 5th degree black belt master Tony Romano. Plus a complete weight training facility located at 1080 3rd Street in North Versailles, just off US Route 30. Call 412-829-1609 for our introductory special.
Learn to be your best.
You're a duck hunter, and duck hunters know you have to go to the ducks. An express boat can get you there, whether it's down the river, across the lake, or through the timber. With its durable, all-welded aluminum hull and plenty of room for your decoys, guns, and other gear, you can depend on your express boat to take you to the ducks.
If you like to watch outdoor shows, then check out the Western Pennsylvania Outdoor Guide every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. right here on WBGN television. We spotlight seasonal outdoor activities in our own backyard, from turtle hunting to fishing to preparing wild game recipes and much more. Tune in and find out why this award-winning series has so much to offer. That's the Western Pennsylvania Outdoor Guide, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on WBGN television.
How many people do you know who shoot sporting clays in their free time? Well, if you come from England, chances are you probably know quite a few, for that is precisely where the sport originated many, many years ago. However, here in America, it's a game that is just beginning to gain interest. Could it be the next big craze? Perhaps, if more people get as enthused about it as our first guest, Lou Baccio, who now joins our own Pete Maltese for this month's segment of Pete's Corner.
Hi, I'm Peter Maltese, and welcome to another segment of Pete's Corner. Today we're in Somerset County at Lou Baccio's Laurel Hill Hunting Club. Lou is going to show us how to do sporting clays. And here he is, Lou.
Hi, Peter.
Tell us a little bit about the sporting clay and what we're going to get into.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind, I've never done anything like this, so you're going to have to talk me through this.
Well, that's good. You hunt, right?
Yeah, I do.
Our sporting clay course is set up to, not only it's designed for the hunter, but it's designed for the competitive shooter. We're going to show you a variety of shots, feather and fur.
Right. What is a sporting clay?
Sporting clay course for clay targets. And it's a European game that was brought over to America about 10 years ago. And what we do is we set it up through the woods to simulate hunting situations. And we throw you different targets at different angles, different speeds.
I don't know where they're coming from.
You'll have a general direction after you see one. Then we're going to test your skill and see how quickly you can break the birds.
Well, so it's just a matter of walking through the woods and having these things coming out?
Simulating like a hunt. And we're going to show you different birds, different angles, simulating the different flight patterns of wild game that we hunt up here.
The different speeds and so on?
Different speeds, through the woods, over the trees.
You gotta
We're even going to bounce some on the ground today.
Oh, you got to be a darn good shot then.
Well,
Which
test
I
your
don't,
skill.
I don't know how good I am at that because, like I said, I've never done anything like this before. But I know this is one of the largest growing sports in the nation today.
Right, and it's a fun game to play. You don't have to break 90 out of 100 to have fun. You can have fun just shooting a game.
And who controls them coming out?
We have a trap boy behind each station. He's well protected. He pulls the targets for us.
Oh, he does?
follows us through the course.
All right, what about safety?
See, my course is set up where I have 10 stations makes a full course. I can have someone shoot at each station and you're not in jeopardy. You will not be shooting in any direction of any other station throughout the entire course. We set it up with safety conscience in mind.
Well, how many people on the course at one time?
Oh, we can shotgun start. We can start some on the back side, some on the front side. We can get about 5 on each station. We can get 50 people out there at one time, not jeopardizing anybody's safety.
Lou, I hear you have a professional shooter out here.
Yes, we do. We're proud to have Connie Fournier up here. She's our chief instructor on the course. Connie's a professional shooter. She placed 8th in the world a month ago up in Vermont. She's been shooting now for about 7 years. She was picked to head up the All-American team for the Olympics, and she teaches lessons up here.
Sure, and you're going to put her against me, shooting against me. So
she's going to evaluate you.
Oh boy, that's a lot. Thanks a lot. All right, what's the first thing we're going to do, Connie?
Okay, we're going to get a slight quartering target here. I guess an explanation would start with basically how you want to start out. As far as when you step into a station, you know, we never load a gun till you're actually in the station, your feet are secure, get your gun past the bar, and then you can load. Now this is a low gun sport that we're going to start under the arm. My action's clear here. We're going to start under the arm like this. Okay? As you make visual contact with the bird, you're going to mount and shoot. We advocate move, mount, and shoot. Get with your bird, move, into it, and shoot. Very simple.
Well, I'll give it a try.
Okay. Trapper ready. Put it!
You get 2,
Okay.
you shoot at 2.
Do you know where they're at? Okay.
I'm lucky I'm going to hit 1. You want me to shoot at 2. All right.
Okay.
Maybe you better get me a step stool to go over the bar. Huh?
Wait a minute.
We got a step stool here.
I thought of this just special for you, buddy.
Stand on it, you can see better the targets. There you go, Pete.
That's not strong enough.
We're just trying to help, Pete.
Thanks a lot. I don't even know if the safety, which is the safety, up or down?
Okay, in this particular one, that's safe, that's off safe.
All right.
I would step off of this.
Yes, I would.
Okay.
All right.
Stay under these. Everything in sporting clays descends, so you want to stay underneath the bird.
All right. What do I have to tell him to do?
Just say trapper ready.
Trapper ready?
Pull.
I'm not.
Okay, you say pull.
All right, pull. I forgot the safety.
Okay.
Trapper ready? Pull. Did I hit it?
Yes, you hit it. You
I
hit
did.
it. Yes, you did.
Nice shot.
I just forgot to get the next one up.
Throw another shell. We'll yell pump this time.
All right.
Pull and pump.
Pull and pump. All right, Trapper ready? Pull.
Nice shot, Peter.
Aha! All right, Lou, which one is this one we're at now?
Peter, this is our rabbit. This is the one that's going to bounce on the ground. We're going to throw your target bouncing on the ground in a bird-type flight target that goes in the air. We've been showing you the variety of birds, the feather targets. Now we're going to show you the fur targets.
This is, one is going to be bouncing and one's going to be...
Flying in the air. You're going to have a target rolling on edge, bouncing on the ground. Simulate a rabbit.
I've never seen a rabbit fly.
And then you're going to see the bird fly.
Oh, the bird fly.
Yes.
Okay.
Trapper ready. Pull. One more, Whack. Trapper ready. Pull.
How long of a time does it take to go through the whole course? How long from the point A to
To
finish?
shoot 100 out here, we can put a group of 4 through in about an hour and 15 minutes.
At what cost?
You shoot 100 targets out here for $25.
That's fairly reasonable. Sure is. Yeah, I don't see any problem with that.
We'll even supply you with some instructional tips while we take you around.
Yeah, some of your instructional tips I don't need.
Pete, you got to get higher platform shoes out to shoot most of these targets.
Well, Lou, I had a great time and it really was enjoyable.
Well, good.
I'm going to have to come up again and do it again,
Enjoyed having
and
you.
I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Here you've witnessed a sport that cannot easily be moved inside. However, when we return, we'll have another hunting activity that can be, and in fact actually was, moved to the indoors with relative ease. That story is coming up next.
If excitement is what floats your boat, then check out the 2001 Lund models at Bob Warren Boat Sales. You'll make a splash with your friends and family with a new Lund boat from Bob Warren Boat Sales. We service most major boats, motors, and trailers. For boat show pricing on Lunds year-round, come to Bob Warren Boat Sales, Route 38 Butler. Call 724-285-5503. Simply the best.
Turtle Tube Sea Anchor is the only self-collapsing, self-contained sea anchor that is guaranteed not to dry rot or mildew, even when stored wet. All safety-conscious boaters know the benefits of a sea anchor. Check out the Turtle Tube Sea Anchor today. For more information, write to the Turtle Tube Sea Anchor Company at P.O. Box 125, Turtle Creek, Pennsylvania 15145, or call 412-734-1758.
If you're looking for a fishing boat, look no farther. From tournament bass boats to fish and ski boats, we've got them, all powered by Mercury Outboards. Boat Fish Fun Shop, located in Mount Pleasant, specializes in Triton, Ranger, Stroker, and Monarch boats, powered by Mercury and driven by you. Boat Fish Fun Shop is a full-service Mercury dealer with computer hookup to Mercury Parts Department for all Mercury, Mariner, and Mercruiser engines. Our factory-certified technicians offer complete service. Stop in to see us in Mount Pleasant or call 724-547-9499. If you like to watch outdoor shows, then check out the Western Pennsylvania Outdoor Guide every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. right here on WBGN Television. We spotlight seasonal outdoor activities in our own backyard, from turtle hunting to fishing to preparing wild game recipes and much more. Tune in and find out why this award-winning series has so much to offer. That's the Western Pennsylvania Outdoor Guide, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on WBGN Television.
For those of you who think adventure can only be found outside in the wide open spaces, well, you better pay special attention to this next segment that features 3D archery in a new light.
My name is Al Oswald. I'm the tournament director of this first annual Tri-State Archery Tournament, 3D Archery Tournament. It was designed so that the backyard archer could have something to shoot at and enjoy on an indoor basis, but it's also very competitive, and we've had some ex-world champions, some professionals. It's also a nice round for the handicap archers, which we've had shoot, and it's just a round that's designed for an archer and a hunter to enjoy himself on an indoor range. We shoot 2 arrows at each target, and we have 10 targets ranging from 15 yards to 30 yards, and the perfect score is 140. We've had 112 shot this particular tournament, and though it's an easy round, it's a very deceiving round. We haven't had any perfects, and we haven't had any ties because it's a very competitive round. Hi, I want to introduce Peggy Watkins and her husband Ken Watkins. Peggy is the current reigning world champion. Peggy, how did you enjoy today's 3D tournament?
I enjoyed it very much. It was it was different than what I'm a little bit used to. It was on mark yardage, but shooting indoors and the angles of the targets that they have used, it was very much more difficult than I had anticipated it would be.
Ken, you've been involved with the IBO, which is a 3D organization. What do you think of our range as set up out here?
I think you've set up a real challenging course for an indoor format. It's got some nice scenery to it, and everybody seems to be having a real good time.
The rules are quite simple. When the whistle is sounded, the archer steps up to the line. He shoots 2 arrows at the animal, and the whistle is sounded again. He walks to the target along with an official, and the official scores his arrows, and back to the line, and the whistle sounds. He goes to the next target, and shoots 2 more arrows, and he does this over and over until he has shot 20 arrows.
Hi, I'm John Kennedy. I spent some time shooting the 3D course here, and was really a lot of fun. The target zones were the same as the club shoots, but inside the high scoring zone there was a tiny dot, a 1-inch dot. That was number 7. That was a 7-point score. But inside that was a little 3/8 circle, which was a 7X. Now, you couldn't see any of these dots. You just had to guess and shoot and hope for the best. And in my case, the best wasn't there. But it was a lot of fun. They set the course up difficult. It's kind of deceiving. It looks easy, but when you get there and shoot, it's a lot harder than you first might have thought.
Do you get a little stir-crazy during the winter months? Well, one solution many opt for is reading. And it just so happens we have a book that is perfect for those people who tend to hibernate near a fireplace from November through February. We'll take a look at that book and its authors when we return in a moment.
In business, image is important. First impressions do make a difference. If your business has a cleaning problem, look to the professionals at Ingram's Cleaning Service. Since 1979, Ingram's Cleaning Service offers customized, consistent quality cleaning services for all types of businesses. Our business is to maintain the image of your business. We offer periodical cleaning schedules, professional workers and supervisors, and of course, follow-up inspections. In business, customer service is important. Ingram's Cleaning Service can be a silent partner in maintaining your image as a high-quality company. For more information, call area code 412-751-7469.
We make it our business to help our customers maintain a positive, professional image. If you have a cleaning problem, we are the solution.
Enjoy your time on the water. Whether you're boating, riding your personal watercraft, swimming, fishing, or just relaxing in the sun, an Easy Dock floating dock will enhance your time on the water. The Easy Dock system has it all: rugged, adaptable, reliable, and safe. Constructed with heavy-duty polyethylene, the docks have excellent load capacity with virtually unlimited layout flexibility. Docks, PWC lifts, boat lifts, plus a variety of anchoring systems and accessories make Easy Dock the selection for your dock. For private, commercial, and public use, the Easy Dock system is a simple, low-maintenance, versatile design that provides years of convenient, durable use. The EasyPort Personal Watercraft Lift is a simple drive-on, push-off. EasyPort moves with changing water levels and helps protect the craft from damage caused by wind or wave action. Even beginning PWC operators will find boarding and launching a breeze.
The Allegheny River, Watershed of the Nation. It's a book rich in culture, history, and current-day interest. Today we'll introduce you to the two gentlemen responsible for the book, two men who have been able to capture the sense of spirit, adventure, and beauty associated with one of the nation's greatest rivers, the Allegheny. With photographs by Jim Schaefer and commentary by Mike Shina, we've found the book is a wealth of local information.
I'm Jim Schaefer. I made the photographs for the book Allegheny River, Watershed of the Nation.
Hi, I'm Mike Shina. I wrote the text for the book Allegheny River.
This book started out a project about 4 years ago. I started making the photographs with the idea of doing a photo essay or possibly a picture book about the Allegheny River. And my interest in it grew out of a long history of fishing and camping along different parts of the river. And in talking with people, realizing that while there were a lot of people who were familiar with one section or another, very few people had an idea of what the overall scope of the river was.
In doing this book, we wanted to do it a little bit differently than the normal river book, in which somebody seems to put a canoe on the river near the headwaters and floats downstream, more or less recording what they find along the way. Well, we wanted to explore the river in a whole lot of different phases. So what we did there is we started at Pittsburgh, for instance, where most of the people now live who are acquainted with the Allegheny. and from there went upstream. I went upstream riding one of the Gateway Clipper boats with just me, the captain, and the crew, a captain who's worked the river for 30 years, and filled me in on his experiences on the river. Along the way, did things like talk to people who work the locks and the problems they see, and so forth and so on. And people who, for instance, work at the Pittsburgh Water Works, which changes the Allegheny and the drinking water for the city of Pittsburgh. We also explored it in many different ways beyond that. We walked along it, we canoed it, Jim flew over it and photographed it. We spent time with the Indians at the Seneca Nation, upstream of Kinzua Dam. Met an extraordinary wood carver who lives along the river in the last house. And we're able to work in something really interesting that I found the last person who wrote a book about the Allegheny River. He's now in his 90s, Captain Fred Way, and he wrote about a trip he took in 1938 down the river. So I was able to compare what Captain Way saw on his trip from Olean to Pittsburgh in 1938 to what Jim and I saw in the 1990s, and also to what Célion, the French explorer, saw in coming down the river in 1749. So it kind of made a nice contrast. And we were able to work in a lot of other historical bits like that concerning the oil rush, the steel making along the river industry, and so on.
One aspect that was very important and is covered in the text, but it's pretty tough to show with contemporary photographs, were a lot of the rich history of the river. And in order to kind of round that out, Mike and I traveled around to historical societies and museums along the stretch of the river, and we were able to turn up a pretty rich mixture of historical photographs. We've got a lot of personalities: John Wilkes Booth, Ida Tarbell, Rachel Carson, as well as pictures from the timber boom and oil boom days. And I think they help make it, they're a nice addition to the text in the contemporary photographs.
Well, what happened here is that the history of the Allegheny is so rich that I found while researching it that you could actually basically tell the history of the United States from pioneer days through industrialization.
While many can truly appreciate a river for its rich cultural history, there are still others out there who will always see the river first and foremost as a fishing opportunity waiting to happen. Thus comes our next story, not from a river per se, but from perhaps the next best thing, a reservoir stocked with possibilities.
Introducing Pete Maltese's Headbreaker fishing system. The Headbreaker is a patented jig head that offers versatility in jigging or trolling thanks to its two breakaway lower sections. The Headbreaker's design acts as a rudder to stabilize the presentation and brings out the best action of the plastic tail. Each kit contains 10 minis, 5 originals, and 2 huskies. Send check or money order to Pete Maltese and start catching more fish.
The Turtle Tube Sea Anchor is the only self-collapsing, self-contained sea anchor that is guaranteed not to dry rot or mildew, even when stored wet. All safety-conscious boaters know the benefits of a sea anchor. Check out the Turtle Tube Sea Anchor today. For more information, write to the Turtle Tube Sea Anchor Company at P.O. Box 125, Turtle Creek, Pennsylvania 15145, or call 412-734-1758.
Hi, I'm Fred Wpog. We're on the water today at Loyalhead Dam in Westmoreland County. We'll be fishing today with Joe Bojo. How you doing, Joe?
Fine, Fred, fine.
What will we be fishing for today, Joe?
We're going to do a little bit of crappie fishing this morning, Fred. They're turned on. They've been hitting. I've been down here the last 3 or 4 days, and maybe I shouldn't say this because I'll make a liar out of you. But I've been catching them, and they're pretty decent crappies.
Nice. Mm-hmm. What have they been hitting?
I'm using jigs, 32nd ounce jigs with twister tails, different colors, and sometimes the green will work, sometimes the white will work. And maggots, I'm tipping them with maggots.
Oh,
and they
yeah,
seem to be,
okay, yeah.
When they're hitting, they're, you know, you don't have to mess with the minis
Yeah.
because it's too slow. Put the
Yeah,
mini on, but
yeah.
the maggots will really turn them on. And
I think they hit the maggots harder too.
oh, they sure do.
Seems like you catch
they
more,
sure do.
more per strike anyway.
Yeah.
How deep you fishing, Joe?
I'm fishing right here about 3-4 feet now, and if we don't do no good there,
we'll move different. Yeah.
Right. We'll drop it down a little bit.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, look
Oh,
at this. Look at
geez.
this.
Oh,
Baby
my.
bass. Baby bass. A nice bluegill.
There you go.
Oh, they're chubby. They're chubby little rascals. You got one there, kid.
Yeah. Yeah. Too much slack in the line, Joe. This bobber isn't holding.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch bobbers here real quick.
So bring it out. There you go. There it goes. See, that's what I like about those barbers, Fred. They're so delicate. Now,
Yeah.
the only thing is, you have to be constantly look at it.
Sure.
Look at it.
Sure.
See?
But look at that, picks up every little.
Yes, it does. Yes, it
Yeah.
does. But you have to be barber conscious. You know, you got to watch it all the time. That's when these things really come in handy, because those fish hit so easy. You can't believe how they can take a maggot off of that hook.
Yeah,
And,
you know,
and not move that bobber.
that always amazed me. You know, you can't
Right.
pick a plug up.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Just look at that.
He's just holding it there.
Missed that one.
But you know, you can't pick a plug out of your box without getting a hook in your face.
Now there you go. Look, the
Yeah.
maggots are gone.
Yeah.
They're gone.
But that fish can take that hook in his mouth,
Oh, it's terrible.
clean it off, and
Yeah.
spit it out, and never even put a
Right.
ripple on the water.
Boy, just look at them, Fred.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And lots
Okay.
of them, Joe.
Yeah.
You know?
I know one thing, they sure like these grubs.
They sure do.
Uh-huh.
Well, Joe, we sure had a good day out here today.
We
Got
sure
some
did.
crappies, got some bluegill.
It's
Had a
about
picnic.
time.
Yeah.
It's
Had a
about
couple
time.
nice bass today that we let go.
Right. Right.
Maybe a couple of them premature, but
If it wasn't for this storm, we'd still be out there.
yeah, there
but
is a
hey,
storm coming in, and it seems like everybody's rushing for the dock right now.